Ever since we first looked up at the night sky, we've dreamed of reaching for the stars. That dream, once a flicker in the vast darkness, ignited into a brilliant flame on April 12, 1961. On that historic day, Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first human to journey into outer space, orbiting our planet in his Vostok 1 capsule. He saw the Earth from a perspective no one had ever witnessed, a beautiful blue marble suspended in the void. Gagarin's 108-minute flight wasn't just a technical achievement, it was a profound shift in human consciousness. For the first time, we had slipped the surly bonds of Earth. The space race was on, and humanity's greatest adventure had just begun. The United States, spurred by this milestone, quickly responded. President John F. Kennedy declared a bold objective, landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth before the decade was out. This audacious goal fueled the Apollo program, a monumental effort of science, engineering, and sheer will. We saw Alan Shepard become the first American in space, followed by John Glenn, the first American to orbit the Earth. The Gemini program then served as a crucial stepping stone, where astronauts practiced rendezvous, docking, and spacewalks, essential skills for a lunar mission. These early pioneers were heroes, strapping themselves to rockets filled with explosive fuel, all for the sake of discovery. Each mission was a step further into the unknown, pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible. Then came the moment that united the world. On July 20th, 1969, the Apollo 11 lunar module, named the Eagle, touched down on the moon's Sea of Tranquility. Neil Armstrong's voice crackled across 240,000 miles of space, with the immortal words, "That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind." As he and Buzz Aldrin planted the American flag and bounced on the lunar surface, hundreds of millions of people back on Earth watched in awe. It was a triumph not just for one nation, but for all humanity. The Apollo missions proved that with enough courage, ingenuity, and collaboration, we could achieve the seemingly impossible. We brought back moon rocks, conducted experiments, and left footprints that remain there to this day. A silent testament to our first foray into another world. After the moon landings, our focus shifted closer to home, to low Earth orbit. The 1970s saw the launch of Skylab, America's first space station, which proved that humans could live and work in space for extended periods. This laid the groundwork for an even more ambitious project. The era of the space shuttle began in 1981 with the launch of Columbia. These remarkable winged vehicles were the world's first reusable spacecraft, launching like a rocket and landing like a glider. For 3 decades, the shuttle fleet, Columbia, Challenger, Discovery, Atlantis, and Endeavour, became our workhorse in space. They deployed satellites, conducted groundbreaking research in microgravity, and carried the components for one of the greatest engineering feats in history, the International Space Station. The International Space Station, or ISS, is a testament to what we can achieve when we work together. Construction began in 1998, a joint effort between the United States, Russia, Europe, Japan, and Canada. Floating 250 miles above our heads, this orbiting laboratory is a symbol of post-Cold War cooperation. For over 2 decades, it has been continuously inhabited by astronauts from around the globe. On board the ISS, scientists conduct experiments in biology, physics, and astronomy that are impossible to perform on Earth. It's a stepping stone for future long-duration missions, teaching us how the human body adapts to space and how to build and maintain complex systems far from home. The ISS is our permanent foothold in the cosmos, a beacon of peace and scientific progress. While humans have been orbiting, our robotic emissaries have been venturing much, much farther. The Voyager probes, launched in 1977, have traveled past the outermost planets and are now cruising through interstellar space, carrying a golden record with the sounds and images of Earth. We've sent landers and rovers to Mars, from the early Viking missions to the intrepid Spirit, Opportunity, and Curiosity rovers, which have revealed the red planet's watery past. We've orbited Jupiter with Galileo and Juno, revealing the secrets of its swirling storms. We sent Cassini to Saturn for an incredible 13-year mission, dropping the Huygens probe onto the hazy surface of its moon, Titan. These robotic explorers are our eyes and ears in the solar system, extending our senses across billions of miles and rewriting our textbooks with every new discovery. The 21st century has sparked a new space race, but this time, the players have changed. Private companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin have entered the arena, revolutionizing the industry. SpaceX, with its reusable Falcon 9 rockets, has drastically lowered the cost of getting to orbit. Their Dragon capsules now ferry astronauts to the International Space Station from American soil, ending a long period of reliance on Russian Soyuz rockets. This commercialization of space has opened up a universe of possibilities. We're seeing the dawn of space tourism, where private citizens can experience the thrill of spaceflight. This new era is defined by innovation, competition, and a shared goal of making humanity a multi-planetary species. Looking ahead, our ambitions are soaring higher than ever. NASA's Artemis program aims to return humans to the moon, but this time, to stay. The plan is to establish a sustainable human presence, including a base camp on the lunar surface and a new space station, the Gateway, in lunar orbit. Why go back to the moon? It's the perfect training ground for our next giant leap, Mars. The moon offers resources like water ice that can be converted into rocket fuel, making it a crucial stepping stone for deep space exploration. The Artemis missions will see the first woman and the first person of color walk on the lunar surface, inspiring a new generation of explorers, the Artemis generation. And what about Mars? The red planet remains the ultimate prize. Getting there is a monumental challenge, requiring new technologies for propulsion, life support, and radiation protection. The journey itself will take months, but the dream of setting foot on another planet is a powerful motivator. Both government agencies and private companies are developing plans for crewed missions to Mars, possibly within the next couple of decades. The first humans to walk on Mars will face a hostile environment, but they will also be the pioneers of a new branch of human civilization, carrying the hopes and dreams of our entire species with them. So here we are, standing on the cusp of an incredible new chapter. From Yuri Gagarin's single orbit in 1961 to our plans for a permanent base on the moon and settlements on Mars by the near future, our journey beyond the stars has been nothing short of extraordinary. Space exploration pushes the limits of technology, expands our scientific knowledge, and most importantly, unites us in a common purpose. It forces us to look beyond our differences and see ourselves as inhabitants of a single, fragile planet. The journey is far from over. The stars are calling and humanity is ready to answer. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through space and time. If you enjoyed this cosmic adventure, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss our next exploration. What part of our space history inspires you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, keep looking up.